Hello, my name is Ari, and for my cultural ethnography project, I choose to explore Nepali Hindu culture and religion. I'm not a member of this culture, so I wanted to understand it from an insider's point of view through observation and a personal interview. I also visited a local Hindu temple to observe symbols, rituals, and practices in a religious setting. Nepal is a South Asian country where Hinduism is the dominant religion. Hinduism is not just a belief system, it's the way of life, with practices, festivals, and rituals that are passed down through generations. In this video, I focus on how these traditions are kept alive, even when someone moves away from Nepal. I interviewed a man from Nepal who practices Hinduism and now lives in the United States. This is Anish, my sister-in-law's boyfriend. He was born and raised in Nepal and moved to the United States a few years ago. He kindly agreed to talk about his religion and culture.
So if we talk about Nepalese Hindu culture, there's like no specific thing that like are in the list, but it depends from which part of Nepal you are. We follow it differently because it has changed. Like as time has evolved, people have started to evolve it accordingly. So there are different things that you need to follow for men in a society and women in a society. So there are different things after they are born, how you name them, and what are the traditions you need to be followed to be able to marry and everything. So there are different aspects of life, and more than rites and rituals, it's like social values, social gatherings to have fun and enjoy their life. And to me, it's like something that I can gather with my family, I can get along with the village and everything, so it's nice, so I enjoy it. Yeah, I didn't have to take any specific classes to come because I was born in Hindu family. I was grown up there in village, people used to practice it, and I used to enjoy as a kid going out in the festivals, in weddings and everything. So I was part of it throughout, so I learned it from experience. Yeah, I would say in the terms of how I believe it, it hasn't changed. But how I practice it, it has changed slightly because I can't be together with my family. So there are certain days that I need to celebrate with my sisters, with my brothers. So of course they are not here, so it's modified slightly. But in terms of belief, I still like do practice whatever I can. That's all.
Okay, thank you. I visited a local Hindu temple to observe rituals and symbols in practice. One symbol I noticed was the talika, a red mark on the forehead that represents spiritual insight and devotion. I also saw people offering flowers, incense, and fruit to Hindu deities like Shiva and Vishnu. These rituals show how symbolic actions communicate respect, prayer, and connection with the divine. From an anthropological perspective, I observed several key concepts. The temple rituals are examples of cultural symbols, objects, and actions that carry meaning within a belief system. The way Anish described learning his traditions from family is a great example of enculturation. And as an outsider, I try to use cultural relativism, understanding the culture from his perspective without judging it through my own cultural lens. One thing that stood out to me was how deeply religion is woven into daily life. Even though I'm not part of the culture, I could see how these rituals create a sense of identity, community, and spiritual connection. Compared to general US culture, where religion can sometimes be more private, Nepali Hinduism felt more visible and shared. It made me reflect on how different cultures express belief, values, and belonging. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm really grateful to Anish for sharing his story and to the temple community for allowing me to observe. This project gave me a deeper understanding of what culture really means, not just facts or traditions, but how people live, believe, and stay connected across time and space.